Hello and welcome to part 4 of the HPE OneView Demo series. In this demo we're going to be creating and managing server profiles and server profile templates using OneView. We're going to create a server profile template, and then we're going to edit the template and update server profiles that were created using the template. So here we are at the HPE OneView dashboard, and I'm going to the main menu and click Server Profile Templates. And as you can see, we have no server profile templates at the moment, and I click Create Server Profile Template. Give it a name. I'll call it ESXi Template, and its description is ESXi Server as an example. The server profile description, again, ESXi template. And from the server hardware type, I click the drop-down menu, and I'll choose the BL460C Gen 8. And the enclosure group, you remember we created the prod enclosure group earlier on. I'm going to leave the affinity set to device bay, and leave the firmware baseline to manage manually. We'll see why I do that a bit later on. And now I need to add some connections to this template, and this is going to be Ethernet connections first of all, and I will take the drop down menu and select VLAN 1A. I'm going to leave everything else set as it is. Click Add Plus, and now I'm going to add VLAN 1B. Click Add Plus, again VLAN 10A, Add Plus, VLAN 10B, add that. I'll also add a couple of VLAN sets, VLAN set A, and VLAN set B. Okay, I can see all of my connections have been added. Now I'm going to add some fiber channel connections. So again, I will click Add Connection. I want to add fiber channel, and I'm going to select FCOE Direct A, Add Plus, and FCOE Direct B, add that. Now I'm going to add some local storage. So I'm going to check the Manage Local Storage box and manage the integrated controller on the blade. Now I need to create a logical drive. I'm going to call it Drive 1. And it's going to stay at RAID 1 with 2 physical drives. Click Create. And now from the boot drive drop-down menu, I'm going to select Drive 1. Now in boot settings, I'm going to drag the hard disk up to the top of the list here. So the primary boot device is going to be the hard drive that we've just defined. Scrolling down to BIOS settings, I select Manage BIOS and edit BIOS settings. I'm just going to scroll down to performance options. Just as an example of what can be done here, there's all sorts of BIOS settings I could change. I'm going to select maximum performance and then OK. I'm ready to go. I click, let me just check to make sure I'm happy with what I've just done. There are my LAN and SAN connections. Firmware is managed manually. Got my local storage and I click create. So it's verifying parameters, and there is the ESXi template I've just created. Next thing I'm going to do is to create a server profile from this template. So I click Actions, Create Server Profile, and I need to supply some information, and the name's going to be prod ESXi server. Now I'm going to select the device bay for my server profile. So I click the disclosure triangle. I'm just going to choose this enclosure 1 by 8, which is the BL460C Gen 8, and click create. Now it's going to take approximately 10 minutes to complete this, so I'll pause the video shortly and we'll return when the creation is done. But while we're here, we could look at the activity screen and we will see forward progress when this profile is being created. So I'm going to pause now and we'll see you shortly. So here we are. After 7 minutes and 49 seconds, the server profile has been created and it's been associated with the server in Bay 8, as we can see here. So what I am going to do next is just to take a quick look at the network connections that we've got here. Remember, these were configured in the template on which this server profile is based. So we can see we've got VLAN 1A, 1B, VLAN 10A, 10B, VLAN set A, VLAN set B, and FCOE direct A and direct B. Now I'm going to go and edit one of these or two of these network definitions. So I'm going to go back to the main menu and click on network sets. And we'll see we've got two network sets, VLAN set A and VLAN set B. I've selected VLAN set A. Now I'm going to click edit. And I'm going to add a network to this network set. I'm going to select VLAN 50A and click add and then OK. I'm going to do the same again with VLAN set B. Go to edit, add networks, and VLAN 50B. Add that and OK. So I've just modified the network set that's been used to create the server profile that we're using right now. So back to the main menu and click on server profiles. And let's just look at the general characteristics of this profile. And make a note of the current serial number that's assigned to Bay 8. So this is the serial number here. So make a quick note of that. We're going to come back and look at this, the serial number, when we've transferred this profile from Bay 8 to another bay in a moment. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the Actions menu and click on Edit. And I'm going to scroll down and take a look at the connections. Take a look at the last octets of the MAC address and worldwide name values that have been assigned. Okay, so we've got A0, 00, 00, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, etc. And then we've got some worldwide names here. Again, 00 and a worldwide node name 01, 02, and 03. Now what we're going to do is to apply this particular profile to the server in bay 3. So in the server hardware dropdown, I'm going to say I would now like this server to be, or this profile to be applied to the server in bay 3. And it's asking me, do you really want to do this? Yes, I do. So I'm going to click yes, reassign. And we're going to leave the firmware to managed manually for now. And we're going to scroll down to local storage. And I'm going to say reinitialize internal storage for this demo. Clearly, we would need to do something with the data that was on that internal drive or those drives. But now I'm just, I'm just going to reinitialize it for the sake of this demonstration. And then we click OK. This is going to take about 10 minutes to complete. Just have a quick look at the activity before we pause. We can see forward progress here, and we'll come back when the process is completed and we'll start again from there. So see you in a few moments. Okay, here we are. After approximately 8 minutes, the server profile has been successfully transferred to the server in bay 3. Let's just scroll down and check out the MAC addresses and worldwide names, and we should see, if you made a note of these previously, you should see that these connections have exactly the same MAC addresses and worldwide port names as they had when that profile was on the server in bay 8. So the addressing information has been retained when the profile has been transferred between two different bays. So what I'm now going to do is to create several server profiles from a template. Then I'm going to modify the template, and we'll see that the server profiles are no longer in sync with the template. So from the main menu, I'm going to go to Server Profile Templates. So with the Server Profile template selected, I'm going to click Actions, Create Server Profile, and the server profile name is going to be prod ESXi server 2. Just copy that. That's going to be the description as well. And for server hardware, I'm going to leave it to unassigned. And then click Create. So the parameters are being verified. The new server profile has just been created. So I'm going to create a couple more of these, or a few more of these, by clicking Actions, Copy. And this is going to be production ESXi server 3. Again, server hardware is unassigned. Click Create. And now one more time. Copy. It's going to be production ESXi server 4. And click Create. So now we've got production ESXi server 2. As we can see, it's based on the ESXi template, as is the profile 3 and profile 4. Now let's go back to server profile templates, and with the ESXi template selected, I'm going to click Actions, Edit. Now I'm going to change the firmware baseline from Managed Manually to the service pack for ProLiant that we uploaded in the first demo. And I'm going to select firmware only for this demonstration just to speed it up a bit, and then click OK. Okay, that's done. Now I'm going to go back to the main menu and server profiles. So we just made a change to a template on which these 4 profiles were based, and we can see that we've got the server profile is inconsistent with its template. Okay, so we're warned that there's been a change to the template. Your server profiles are no longer consistent with that template. So all we need to do now is to select the server profiles. I'm going to hold the Shift key and select the profiles 2, 3, and 4. And now I'm going to click Actions, Update from Template. So those changes, yes, update, those changes that we just made in a template are now being applied to these 3 server profiles. Okay, so let's take a look. They've gone green, so the update from template has completed. Firmware baseline is now the HPE Service Pack for ProLiant. And let's just check the other 2 profiles, and it's exactly the same. So let's see what happens when we select one of these new profiles we've just created, and I'm going to click Edit, and I'm going to assign this to a server. Let's take the one in bay 4 and click OK. Parameters being verified. Let's see what happens. The forward progress is going to be showing me what happens as this template is applied, as this profile is applied to this server in bay 4. So here we are. After approximately 10 minutes, the server profile has been applied to the hardware in bay 4. And if we take a look at the activity screen, we will see what happened, and we can see the firmware was applied. You remember we changed the manage manually from a baseline to managed from the SPP that we uploaded in the first demo. So what happened when the profile was applied to the hardware in bay 4, the firmware baseline was changed from managed manually to the HPE Service Pack for ProLiant. So this hardware now has the new firmware on it. So that concludes this 4th demo on HPE OneView. What we've done is we created a server profile template, and then we created server profiles that used that template. We then edited the template, and we saw that the server profiles were inconsistent with the template, and we then chose one of those profiles and we updated it from the template to bring it back into compliance with that template. The next demonstration is going to be looking at working with storage and HPE OneView. So we will see you in the next video.